On behalf of our chief producer, Francis Adan, I love my team. Erica Arthur, Spikey, Dummy, Enoch Adams. Thank you, Jerry. Opuni Boatin, Daniel, Banini, Sly. It goes on and on. Ernest. Thank you, guys. So we have a lot coming up just for you. Well, it is said that the very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision. It's got to be a vision that you articulate clearly and forcefully on every occasion. You cannot blow an uncertain trumpet. Theodore Hesbeck said this many years ago. And our guest tonight exudes that. He has a reputation as a ferocious fighter for what he believes to be right and relentless in his pursuit. Born on the 22nd day of January 1985 in Somanya, right here in Ghana, Eastern region. He obtained his BSc in Agricultural Engineering from the KNUST, LLB from the University of London, and he later obtained an Executive Master's in Conflict, Peace and Security from the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping and Training Center. He has also graduated with an MSc in International Strategy and Diplomacy from the London School of Economics and Political Science. He began his professional life as an assistant director at the Office of the Head of Civil Service from 2010 up to 2014, and then as a communication specialist at the Office of the President from 2014 to 2016. His foray into politics saw him unseat a juggernaut of a politician who had held the seat for almost 20 years. That's the late E.T. Mensah. May his soul rest in perfect peace. And he moved on to represent the party in the 2016 parliamentary elections for Ningo-Prampram Constituency, a position he has occupied since 2017. In Parliament, he's a member of both the Public Accounts Committee and the Communications Committee, with a reputation for spirited advocacy on protecting the public purse, family values, communication sector matters, as well as modern politics. Some call him the eye of the storm and a thorn in the flesh of the MPP administration. But who is he? Beyond all these adjectives, we bear it all tonight with Samuel Nartey George, Member of Parliament for Ningo-Prampram, and the famed politician with the nickname Jata, the Lion. He's about to roar. Right here on the award-winning personality show, Starr Chat with me, Bola Ray. Remember, we're also live in Kumasi on Ultimate FM, live in Takrady on Empire FM, and around the world on starfm.com.gh. Starr Chat is proudly brought to you by MTN, everywhere you go. Haptel is everything you, and Coa Mixture for your general well-being, as well as Tabia Takum. I call it Titi Brema Uye Takum, and that's what our guest is. Or Takum Akasa. Welcome, Sam George.
Thank you, Bola.
And how are you doing?
Charlie, right now, I go fit tell my mama, say, Mama, I've arrived. I made it. I made it. I made it. I'm on Bola Starr Chat. Good evening to our viewers and our listeners.
That's right.
Good evening to you and the entire production team. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you. I know you just dashed off from Parliament to get here.
Charlie, I just had to second the motion on the information budget.
Right.
The estimates for the Ministry of Information from the Committee of Communications.
Wow. But you know what? Thanks so much for making it. And pleasure hosting you, because we have tons and tons of questions.
When my constituent calls, I respond.
You have to. You have to. So once again, you're most welcome.
Thank you.
Honorable, so tell us about you. I mean, tonight we're going to delve into a plethora of issues. I mean, we'll get into the conversation and all of that on budget estimates and a whole lot. But tell us, as a young man growing up, did you have this ambition to get into politics, Sam George?
Well, politics, no. I wanted to be a pilot.
Oh, you wanted to be a pilot?
Yeah, as a growing kid, I wanted to be a pilot. And then later, I wanted to be a gynecologist.
Interesting.
Yes, so it was either being a pilot or a gynecologist. And then when I wrote my O-level Cambridge exams, and then I wrote the GRE and the SATs, GMAT and SAT, I then decided, okay, I was going to apply to University of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Which I did. I got a 3-quarter scholarship to come and do nuclear physics. I was barely 15 at the time.
15 years.
Yes.
And you got admission to the
Three-quarter scholarship
University of Pennsylvania
to do
UPenn.
Yes, UPenn.
You are a brilliant chap, man.
To do nuclear physics, and it got into my head as a young boy. And so even before they would start processing my papers, Charlie, I couldn't make a statement in the house without using the F word.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were swearing.
Charlie, I had go America. And so, you know, the foolishness of youth, I would call it. And so my parents decided that it was a wrong choice to send me off. I didn't appear to be what it was. So my mother came to Ghana without my knowledge and bought forms for tech and signed for me and got me admission. So
you didn't fill the forms yourself?
No. I found out about tech when they brought me admission letter to go and do Greek engineering.
And you were how old? 15 or 16?
At that time, I just turned 16.
So you entered?
I entered tech at 16.
At 16?
Yeah. I went to tech at 16.
That is interesting,
yes.
because I mean,
I went to tech in 2001. I was born in 85, so I was 16 years.
Sharp.
You know, so, and I didn't even do Greek science, so I didn't know how I was going to do Greek engineering. Apparently, she had applied for mechanical and and then electrical engineering, but it was agricultural engineering I was giving. So we went in there. I mean, it was a big battle to get me to go to tech, because Charlie, here I told all my friends I was going to America. Then here I was ending up in Kumasi.
Sometimes, how did you take that moment? How did you, really embrace that? With the fight?
It affected me. I mean, it was a big fight. I mean, I went to school rebellious. I mean, and it did affect me, I mean, in settling in, because it wasn't what I was. That wasn't my trajectory. I mean, I wanted to be a pilot, then I wanted to be a gynecologist, and nuclear physics became my thing. And then here I was doing Greek engineering. I'd never done Greek science or anything, so clearly I was in sixes and nines when I went. I was very young, and I'd been a day student all my life. So this was the first time I was getting the freedom of being.
So high school was where for you primarily?
I did primary and high school in Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria.
Yes.
So you didn't grow up here in Ghana?
No, I didn't. And so, but I like I said, day student all my life. This is the first time a 16-year-old boy in the university with very older people. But I had all the freedom of the world. I had no family in Kumasi. Nobody knew who I was or where I was. Nobody could check on me. And I mean, I was on campus for a course I didn't want to do. So it took me some time to settle in
down.
and then focus. Yeah.
Which hall were you in?
I was affiliated to Katanga.
And
so I'm a fellow. We went in there, and then there was all kinds of challenges with the hall, overcrowding. And at that time, they just built what was called SNIT hostels. They had not finished. In fact, I was the first person to move into SNIT hostels.
Oh, the first person?
The very first person. Because
that's in 2001,
2001. Right? When my mother was leaving, she wasn't comfortable with the accommodation. So she went to meet, the then manager was Mrs. Asari. When Mrs. Asari said, we're still putting in furniture. So we've just done the windows. There were no doors. So I moved into my room, Kinshasa Court, KC flat 7, room C, KC 7C, without a door. I slept in that room for 3 weeks before I had a door. I was the only person there.
In the room, but no door?
The whole hostel. At that time, one of the managers was also called Mr. Newman. I think he's still around.
And you were comfortable with that? Your mom also didn't express any security concern?
She was assured by the people that they would take care of him, because Mr. Newman was also leaving there. He was staying in Libreville. They had completed the office and that. So basically, after 3 weeks, they started putting my doors. And so later, we decided to colonize SNIT Hostel. And so I went back to Katanga. I went and told the chief priest that, okay, I was here, and the people had now started coming in towards the beginning of second semester in January. And so we decided to rename the place, colonize the place. Before we would do it, whilst we were working on it, the next thing we saw, one of the nights, Unity Hall came there. They came there with their 2x4 Jama and came and called the place White House, because in fact they called the place Camp David. Because it was all painted, the buildings were all white, called it Camp David. And so I went back, and the following night, we walked from Katanga. And anybody who knows the place, it's not today that they've done development. At that time, all the way through the school farms was thick bush. We walked from Katanga all the way to SNIT Hostel with the bombardiers and everything, led the procession, and recolonized the place and called it the Gaza Strip. So that's because we said if Unity thought it was Camp David a place for peace, this was actually the place of war. Because at that time, the Israel and the Palestinian authorities were discussing a peace deal in Camp David. So we decided that this is Gaza.
And you were part of that, history.
Yeah, so I was made village chief for Gaza. And
at age what, 17?
Around 17 at the time, 16 going on 17. So I mean, we that's how come that name became Gaza. Many people know the hostel as Gaza. But that's the whole genesis of Gaza. You were part
of the team or group that renamed it.
Yes.
From Camp David to
Gaza. We did it. I mean, we did this around 2 a.m. in the night. I mean, very young and stupid.
How was Sam George like back on KNUST campus?
I was involved in everything.
Were you rebellious?
I was a fun guy. I was part of I call myself the best of both worlds. I was part of the Student Chaplaincy Council. So I was Krife.
What an irony.
Yes. And then at the same time, what you know as Republic Hall Week came about by my work with Shiwi, who is now CEO. When I see him, people call him CEO, he wears suit and tie, and I still call him Shiwi because that's what we call him, Alexander Brameje Haptel. And he was
Alex Brown. And he's a proud sponsor of this show.
Absolutely.
As well. Right.
I'm happy to see what he's done with himself. He was then entertainment secretary, and he then wanted us to do a hall week. And so he got us involved to do the activation, raise funds from Guinness. And it was big because at that time, there were no nighttime flights to Kumasi. And we organized the hall week. Report Hall Week was the very first time Report Hall Week was being done to be massive. And when we organized it, we said we're bringing VIP to perform. And then people saw VIP performing at music. So right. Everybody said, oh, show not floppy. Because it's not possible. But Shiwi had made arrangements with Alaji Asuma Banda and then Antrak. And so Antrak flew at night. So you got a plane? Yes. And brought
incredible.
VIP.
You did
brought
that?
VIP and they came to perform. This was 2004.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in third year, 2004. Well, instead of studying, I was doing that. And at the same time, I was technical director for the Student Chaplaincy Council drama group.
That's where I want you to help us. How do you draw the line? Where did you actually draw the line? You are a CRIF or CRIF like they call it. So maybe the chaplains you mentioned. And then now you are part of also entertainment and doing all the Jama stuff with Report.
Yeah, but who says that if you're a Christian you can't enjoy life?
Oh, tell them.
I mean,
look, this is now what you are. You're an elder.
I'm an elder in church, but you still see me at all the concerts, yes.
But you still go for Stoneboy concerts. Sarkodie, you were there.
Yes, I was there for
you'll be there this year.
I'll be there for Stoneboy.
As an elder of Perez Chapel, how?
But even my Archbishop Ajinasari says one of his favorite artists is Kofi Kinata. So I mean, why when the bishop or archbishop when they leave the altar and they are at home with their wives, when they are going, imagine that the archbishops don't have children. Their children were not by immaculate conception.
Yeah.
So when they were going to make their babies, were they playing Elder Miracle or were they playing Boys to Men?
So you have no issues with it at all.
No, you see, we must learn to know that. Look, I say that Jesus Christ, when he was on earth, when he was going to do his triumphant entry, said they should go and get a donkey that had never been ridden. In those days, a donkey is equivalent to today's Maybach or Rolls Royce Cullinan. That was for nobility. That's what Jesus Christ rode. Oh, look, his garment he was wearing, when they took it off him, it was so precious that the Roman soldiers, had to cast lots for it. They had to do cha-cha over who will get the cloth he was wearing when they crucified him.
It means that it was something
of value.
Yeah.
Okay, so people.
So those who equate Christianity or religion with poverty and
no, you don't understand the Bible. Bible says that our God owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. It says silver and gold is mine. So why should you? If those who embrace poverty are not Christians, they don't understand Christianity. No.
They feel that riches will also drive you away from God. You don't recognize him, or you become you disdain the things of God.
Look, when God said David should build him a temple, what is the temple David built? Go and read again and look at the book of Kings and see the kinds of things. It was gold, pure gold. That's what God asked to be used. The best of the best, the best cedar wood. So God has fine taste. In fact, when Jesus turned water into wine, the master of ceremony said, you have saved the best wine for last. It means the wine Jesus turned water into was grade A wine. It was finest wine. You understand me?
Full-bodied wine.
Full-bodied wine, over 20 years aged. Look, you don't joke with. So when I see people equate poverty with Christianity,
you being involved heavily with church activities didn't stop you also from doing entertainment stuff on campus.
Absolutely not. You see, you need to be a well-rounded person. That's why many times you see that, and forgive me, many of the boys who get too criffy, they're in the church around all the ladies in the church. They are blowing all the tongues, but POP. They can talk to demons and spirits and principalities, but they can't talk to the human beings in front of them. And boys from outside the church come and marry the church girls and take them away.
Wow.
You get it? Because they're not well-rounded. You see, and that's one thing the church must look to do. It's not just about the spiritual development of your members, but also their social development, their intellectual development, their economic development. The church must be interested in all facets of the lives of its congregants.
Interesting. So we stay on Tech campus. Is that where you really developed your passion or love for politics, or no? Or you didn't do student?
Charlie, even campus, I didn't do student politics. You didn't? So I didn't do TAIN. I didn't do TESCON. I was interested in politics.
Really?
No. Politics wasn't my thing. The only thing the closest I came to politics was when I joined the cadet in Katanga. I joined the Battalion. I ended up as quartermaster of Battalion, and so you see, I was virtually in everything. I was doing cadet. I was doing church. I was doing entertainment.
And academically too,
yes, I also did my academics.
Wow.
You get it. But you see, for me, the closest I came to politics was when in 2002, if I believe, or 2003, then Foreign Minister, Honorable William Akufo-Addo, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
That's the president of
the
Ghana.
Current president, then was foreign minister. Withdrew the privileges of former President Rawlings from using the VIP lounge and visiting any military installation. I felt very pissed off. Growing up, Rawlings was one of my role models, my idols. In fact, my first son is named after him. My first son is called Jeremiah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's after Rawlings. Jerry's name is Jeremiah. So I named my first son after Rawlings. That's how much I adored the man. And so I felt pissed off. And so I said I was joining the cadet. When I finished, I was going to enlist in the army, and then I was going to follow in Rawlings' footsteps.
Oh, you wanted to go into the army and do what?
Follow in Rawlings' footsteps. And
of course, no. That means that you wanted to actually do a coup. Is that what it is? Sam George?
The youth of
you had intention.
The foolishness of youth.
So you entered the cadet corps.
Yes. And in 2005 when I graduated, bought the military forms and everything.
You bought the military forms?
My mates are now majors in the army. One of them is going to become a lieutenant colonel.
You wanted to get into the army to what?
Following the footsteps of Rawlings.
Of course, that's a coup d'etat that you were planning to stage.
Rawlings did a lot of things in the army.
Interesting. Why did you abandon that idea or just...
My mother.
So in 2005, you wanted to come through and
Charlie, I went and told her that me top forms me call Ami. Hey, Mamina, she turned it into a prayer topic.
Wow.
Spoken.
You wanted to destabilize the Fourth Republic.
Hey, please, I haven't
no,
said
but
that.
You had
those are your words.
No,
I was following the footsteps of Rawlings. Rawlings gave us Fourth Republic. But it's not Rawlings who gave us Fourth Republic.
But you wanted to go to the army
I was going to entrench our democracy
because you were not happy with what.
I was very, very, very unpleased with the way he was being treated at the time. Wow. I thought it was unfair. I thought that this was, and growing up in Nigeria, Rawlings, you see, we don't know, if you live in Ghana, if you grew up here in Ghana, you don't understand. Rawlings is seen as a god in Nigeria.
They held him in high esteem.
Because the Nigerians had their version of Rawlings as well in 79, Major General Idi Agbon, who was killed. And they thought that Idi Agbon was the one who was bringing discipline and started the kinds of disciplinary reforms Rawlings started. So the Nigerians always hold Rawlings in high esteem. If you talk to Nigerians and Rawlings is seen as his gold standard. So, growing up there, it was a thing of pride for us. And then for me to come in 2001, he had just left power, and to see the way he was being treated, as a young boy, 17, 18 at the time, Charlie, it really made my blood boil.
Wow, interesting. Well, we'll come back into the politics and how you got in. But also, I got a message that you worked with the late Aliu Muhammad.
Yes.
Did you ever work with him?
Yes, I did national service
MPP?
there. I did national service. So I finished school 2005. By then, I went back to Nigeria.
Okay.
And then started doing. I started an events company whilst on campus. So my first company was an events company. I mean, we did events. I kept doing events till I got into full politics, because then I stopped getting sponsorship. So even as recently.
So what are some of the events that you've done?
2009, Sarkodie told Hammer when I went for his exhibition. I gave Sarkodie his first live show in Cape Coast. At that time, Sarkodie was a backup artist. The main artist for the event was Jeso and Skillions and R2Bs. That's when R2Bs had done Ademado, Adego Crazy. I went and did a whole week for Valco Hall in UCC and took these guys, the Jeso, the Skillions, and Sarkodie to go and do a live concert at Elmina Beach. So I mean, I'd done entertainment. So when I talk entertainment,
the name of your events company,
Events and Multimedia Ghana Limited.
Wow, it's still around?
Yeah, still there, but Charlie, man, they do politics now. So yeah, if you
Wow,
go
you
do
paid your
business,
dues.
But we've played around with entertainment a bit. So I came back in 2007 to do national service, because I hadn't done my national service. So I enrolled to do national service, and I was posted to the office of the president. And then I think that year there were about 10 of us. 5 were sent to the president's office and 5 were sent to the vice president's office. So myself and 4 others were sent to the vice president's office, and we reported to Yaobabi Asamoah. He was
so you worked closely with Yaobabi.
Oh, he was my boss, and that's why I've refused to do any TV show or radio show with him, out of respect for the fact that he's always been my boss. So all my TV engagements and radio engagements, he's my boss. He's someone I have worked with. I give him that respect, and I give him.
Why then didn't you join the MPP? Why? You worked in the vice president's office?
I just did my national service. When I finished, I left. Because,
but of course, I mean, they should have.
I don't agree with everything about the MPP stands for. Yeah, and growing up and getting into active politics, I think that I'm proud of the decision I made. That's one of the.
So were you serving like a mole in his office there? Because clearly, were you also
the national service there?
Yeah,
and
but
then
yes,
and then me, because I had IT skills.
Okay.
I was doing a lot of IT stuff for them, and no. But your career meeting and national
but
service.
IT, you can also spy and do all.
Please, I don't know
things.
what you're talking about.
Sam George.
Yeah, Bola.
Yeah. So you did that with Aliu.
I did what?
No, I'm asking.
When you say I did that, Charlie, can you hear why? The headline, remember, some George spied on.
No. As an IT professional, you did your work as it should.
I did.
That's what you did. So, when did you decide to join the NDC? Then?
Oh no, I mean, while I was working there, I started getting interested in the whole political thing. And way back in 2003, in one of the conversations we had, and he actually reminded me of it when I contested ET. In 2003, my roommate, Kojo Jekedaku, Justice Jekedaku's son, was my roommate in tech. And I said to him one of the times, actually, me one day, if I no go army side, I go chop MP. He said, oh, you go chop MP for where? I said, I go chop MP for Ningo-Prampram. You know, be that place I'm from. That be my hometown. So I go chop MP for there. So, but where the MP? Now, you know the person you need the ET. Who where there to ET? So by the time I go chop MP, then chop like 70. He said when I saw 2016.
Oh, you said that back in 2003.
2003. Wow. You know, and so for me, one thing about me is when I want to go into a new space in life, I learn from masters of the game. And so for me, I decided after I finished national service, I still do my IT stuff and events and activations, but I wanted to learn politics. So I thought that I had to go and learn from a master. So I approached ET. I met him during Cannes 2008 at the stadium, and then I introduced myself to him. I mean, and once I mentioned my name and told him the family I came from, he knew. My family had been, my grandfather, my uncle, my dad's uncle had been a great help to him. My dad's uncle was chairman at the time, and he decided in 1996 that the then MP should step down for ET to take over. The Agboa of blessed memory. He was a chief fisherman, president of the Ghanaians in Ivory Coast and all of that. And so when I mentioned to him that that's the family, he said, oh, beautiful. So he brought me on board, and I started learning from him and all of that. And I learned a lot from him. I can't take it away from him.
You worked with E.T. Mensah.
Yes, I worked with him for about 2 years, understudying him, yes.
Under his tutelage, you were able to pick up, the rudiments and also get to
of politics. Absolutely,
of politics.
You must learn from one of the best, and whether you like it or not, E.T. Mensah is one of the finest politicians.
Later on, you had to contest him, and you said some unsavory words, and
I never did.
You never did. People have said that. Well, you
and I've always challenged. I've challenged everybody. I mean, 2015, the internet was well matured in this country. Okay. I've challenged everybody in this country. Show me a video
where you disrespected.
Where I disrespected Honorable E.T. Mensah. Never. The farthest I went was to say that when water stays in a bottle for so long, it develops a scent. It smells. That is not me saying. It's a proverb. It's a proverb. It's a Dangme proverb. It also repeats in several languages.
Don't you think it was out of place?
In Dangme we say, "Can you say kengetomio ejefun?" And that's all I ever said. Apart from that, but there are several videos of him. At a point in time, my parents got very offended by some of the things he said, because he didn't just attack me; he attacked my parents, attacked my family.
I mean, you are his son technically. I mean, you are his product, his
Absolutely.
boy, like we will say.
Absolutely.
Why then did you decide to contest him? You should have maybe waited.
I met him in 2010. I
Mm-hmm.
met him in 2010 and had the decision to contest in 2011 for the 2012 primaries, and he said to me, "No, I'm going one last term."
Oh, he told you
Yes.
that?
Not just me. He even made it known to his constituency executives, many of whom are still alive today. And so in 2012, I was literally his campaign manager, because he said to me, "Learn the rudiments of your next campaign." So I ran his campaign for him in 2012. There was a gentleman's understanding. Bola, when I give you my word is bond. I'm that kind of person. If I say to you, I will do it, I will move heaven and hell to do it. If I say I won't do it, nothing will make me do it. So once he said to me in 2010, "Sam, don't run in 2011. I want to finish my parliamentary thing with Professor Mills." And don't forget, Professor Mills was looking to go for his second term from 2012 to 2016. So the agreement was he would exit with Professor Mills, and so I would take over. So from 2013, almost everything in the constituency, he ceded it to me.
Really?
Yes. He said, "Know your grounds." And I thank him for that. And so I had spent almost 3 years working on the ground with his own executives. And that's how come when I said I was going to contest, 70% of his constituency executives sided with me, because they said they remember everything he said to
So
them.
you knew that it was a done deal. I mean, when you were going in there, you knew that.
Yeah, so when everybody said that I was a madman I didn't know what was happening on the ground. And it's the same thing that happens with every election Sam George goes into. The media says Sam George will lose, or what? The Jumano form.
The workday ground.
The day ground. The work day with groundwork.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, with time reading some 15 minutes to 8.
Hi, time like that.
Yes, Honorable Sam George is our guest right here on Starr FM. Well, I see that you've done a lot, quite a lot on maintaining your physique. And Anna sent in this one. Someone told me that the lion got on a weight loss journey. How did that go? Is that true?
Yeah, Charlie, I lost 30 kg.
You lost?
In fact, 33 kg. But I've not been able to keep all the 33 off. Some 8 has come back again. Yeah, but I lost 33 kg.
When was this, and why did you decide to do it?
This was around 2018.
During COVID? 2018?
Yeah, 2017,
before
2018.
COVID.
Oh, way before COVID. 2017.
What informed that, Sam?
I realized I was clearly overweight. I mean, and I realized when I got into Parliament, I saw the nature of the job, and then I read a research that said that 60% of people who came into Parliament after 2 terms developed either diabetes or blood pressure.
Really? There's a report,
yes, there's
like,
a
that?
report like that on Ghana's Parliament. 60% of people who go
that
to
is
Ghana's
scary.
Parliament, very scary, extremely scary, And so immediately I told myself, look, Jack, you need to make some decisions, And so it was a conscious effort.
So you used to weigh?
I used to weigh 135.
Wow.
Kilos. Yes.
You were huge.
I was huge, man. I was big, boy.
And you lost 33 kilos.
Yeah, I dropped to 102.
Impressive.
Now I stand at 110.
What did you do?
Charlie, diet. I don't know. The late
Zizi.
night eating.
Yeah,
the
because
late
you
night
had to
eating.
work and then you get home.
Let me give you a typical example. This morning, I left home without having breakfast. I had to rush out.
But
to
that's
Parliament.
also bad,
Yeah, but Charlie, be the nature of the job. So I left home. I didn't have breakfast. I went straight into. I went to the kids' school. I had to do today's open day at the kids' school, so I had to go through. Immediately, I finished that. Went straight to Parliament. And went straight to sit on budget hearings with Esla Owusu, Ministry of Communications. Did that till about 3 o'clock. Went back into the chamber, did some parliamentary work. Left Parliament at 4:30 to my other kids' school for a kids' Christmas play she did. Came back to Parliament to move the motion, and I'm here. I haven't eaten.
Wow.
So on the regular,
Pack day. You've not eaten.
yeah, on the regular, you go catch house. It be that time.
And if you don't eat, wifey to go ball.
You see, that's the thing. You see, so right now I try to eat breakfast so that you've eating at home. Because if you don't eat breakfast, then you are forced to eat in the evening. Because if you know chop when you catch house, the women today no go understand. You go make can say you go pass some place. But not be say you pass some place. So you for eat for house.
But you pass some place.
Charlie, me that be the cafe side of me. I don't pass anywhere. Me my life be work, house and church.
Oh wow.
Work, house and church. If you know my girl for anywhere, call into the show. I dey challenge.
Okay, so are you throwing a challenge?
I throw the challenge. Make them call into the show.
If this girl feels that he's dating, she's dating Sam George,
and then bring evidence.
Wow. So it's work,
house and church. Yeah, me that be my round. Wow. You don't go see me say Sam George they sit some spot. You can't. You don't see me anywhere. If you see me anywhere, if you see me for +233, my wife they sit my body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Me, that's my wife. Yeah, I tell my wife say she be my side chick. She be my wife.
How did you meet
with
her?
Me, I been sugar daddy.
Okay.
Yeah, so
boy.
Yeah, I been boy. I been sugar daddy. I been husband.
Wow.
The thing where boys go feed do, how they do. The thing where husbands they do for house, I do. The thing where sugar daddy go do, me, I do form. Yeah.
Wow.
I make like 1 liter, big enough to share.
Oh, I love this man, Sam George. How did you meet your wife?
Charlie, Aliu Mahama.
Aliu Mahama.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
So Aliu Mahama goes to launch his campaign, the Battle of the 17 Thieves, the one for Lagos. No, you know me talk. I say doing Ketea talk. The one for Lagos. He went to launch his campaign in Mankesim.
Right.
So when he launched at Mankesim that night, we finished late. So they said they bed for there. So as they go bed, then
what happened?
Then Insan Farouk say,
oh, that's Farouk Mahama.
Yeah, Farouk Mahama.
Okay.
Yeah. Farouk was stayed in 7B. He was 2 years my junior in tech.
Oh, right.
Yeah, stayed in 7B opposite me. So that's how I knew him. And then he say, oh, they go see something for campus. So make a good
something like a pick a book or pick up.
Yes, whatever it be. They go to do something for campus.
So you see people up to go and see their somethings, but you don't have a something.
Me, they want bed. But
okay.
Say my boy say make a go wrong.
Okay.
So I be brother.
Farouk, Farouk has. Okay, I won't say anything.
He
chops 3 bullets right now. But
no. Me, I don't talk anything. You they talk your matter.
Go ahead.
Me, I always say that I'm that kind of friend.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, I'm your friend. That if you have problem, I'll be the one to bail you." They like me, Sam George.
You won't bail.
No, me, I'm that kind of friend who, if you get matter where they jail you, me then you will the jail inside.
Okay.
Because the yawa they go do, me then you will do.
Interesting. So yes, with Farouk, what happened?
So as he go picking something, where me I follow him.
Right.
So as we they leave the campus, where in Padino say there's something who say the room key.
Okay.
They plus am. But in roommates, there's some other place. So he called in roommates.
So in English, we know you want to get into the pidgin, but yes.
He called the roommate that the roommate should come down. See, as I talk, my wife matter no pidgin can inside. They love the girl, So
romantic Sam George.
He called. Yeah. For the. So as the roommate came down to take the key, me they won't go bed. Charlie, I just saw the thing. I said, "Hey, you." I knew you when you were a small girl running around in pants. You weren't wearing anything. Look at the way you've grown. Nice curves.
You said that.
Then the girl looked at me like, why? This one too, from Ankafu or from where? Where do I know you from? I said, oh, stop that. Don't embarrass me. Give me your number. Let me catch up with you later. I take your number.
Wow.
Yeah. I take your number. I show that I wasn't only a church boy.
That's right.
But I also had a social life. Manu Bonyum.
Papa.
Yeah. So she stretched me 18 months.
Your wife?
Yeah.
18 months?
Yeah, but me, I be long distance runner. So I wait.
So for a year and a half,
you
were waiting for her to say yes.
Yeah, then get boy.
So when you met, but that's wrong, elder. You met somebody, she was in a relationship, and you were still forcing to get in there.
Let me to a get girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
But why were you trying to drop your girl to go for somebody's girl?
Obijiwo girl la. But would you be girl la?
Yeah. So you're ready to do that. It means that you didn't love your girl.
I see I'm not what I said. This is the rib of my ribs.
Wow.
Bone of my bone, flesh of.
So it was love at first sight.
One time.
What did you tell the other lady?
I tell her I go marry her. I tell her I meet the woman where God created for me.
No, but that's mean, Sam George.
But I for play the two of them. Is that what you're saying?
No. But I'm just saying that. Listen, be with that.
But you won't teach me something.
No. I'm just telling you that you should have.
No. So once I've met the woman God had created for me,
yeah,
I realized
that's unfair. If she had also come to you first to say, look, I've met the man that I feel that and ditched you.
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
Ever suffered broken heart?
Yes.
Ever?
Yes.
Really? Somebody broke your heart?
Yes.
Who? Yeah, you will know the first, but true. You want us to get there? No.
No. This was the
time, man. She broke your heart.
Yeah.
How did he take that?
Charlie, it affect me BC.
Really? So you couldn't pass your BC because of the
I passed, but like they were for blow.
You know, if you blow like that. Wow. Because of a lady.
You are saying it.
Sam George.
Hey,
no problem.
Charlie, but you don't say more of the things that they do and just follow your footsteps.
No, please.
You'll be the dog.
No, relax. We'll get in there. Well, the communications. So if it's that, you're following my footsteps. Let's get into your area of specialty. I mean, communication space.
Yeah.
Communications Minister Esla Owusu-Ekufo has warned that television signals to homes and offices might be shut down from next year if broadcasters decline to pay for the usage of, the DTT. That's the digital terrestrial television platform. What do you make of this?
Okay. I think that first and foremost, I need to be fair to the facts. I was in Parliament last week when Esla came to answer questions. And she was asked a direct question about the DTT and the cost. And she said, so far it's cost us $62 million. But because the Akufo-Addo government has wrecked the economy and the economy is in shambles, government cannot continue
Esla didn't say that. She didn't say that.
She says because of the state of the economy.
Yes.
So what's the state of the economy?
But you can also say that President
the state of the economy
is not fair.
Bawumia is the head of the economic management team. He's messed up the economy. And so because the economy is messed up, what they could pay for before, now they can't pay again. So they need the broadcasters to pay. And I agree that broadcasters have to pay for.
So you agree that broadcasters, you support
because
Honorable Ekufo, Esla Ekufo.
That is not her decision. It is the roadmap. It's the DTT roadmap that was developed as far back as 2005.
Okay.
As far back as 2005.
Okay.
You understand?
So that is fair.
For me, when there's politics and there's facts. Okay, so the fact is that the DTT roadmap says that broadcasters on the DTT will pay for service, and these same broadcasters are on other platforms.
That's right.
They're on DTH platforms and they are paying.
Right to home, and they are paying.
So why should they not pay on the DTT?
So on that score,
I agree with it.
Okay.
However, I disagree with Esla in the mode in which she's trying to implement it. The minister is not law unto herself. She doesn't have the power to determine what the price is on her own.
The charges are fixed by the ministry. You think that
it is not by the ministry. No government ministry has power to fix charges. It is Parliament that fixes charges. So Parliament, as we are passing this budget, will pass fees and charges for next year. If you remember, when Kolebu increased the dialysis thing, what did we say? Reduce it. You have not come to Parliament. You must come to Parliament. Parliament has that power. And even today at the ministry, when the minister was saying something, I said, hey, this one is not your power, it's my power.
Wow.
You are minister, but
so you agree that yes, with the DTT platform, people should pay. Charges
people have to pay. Someone has to pay for it. And government cannot continue to do that. It's fair. But one, she can't just wake up and say, I'm charging 15,000 or I'm charging 10,000 and say, I am fixing it. No, you must bring it to Parliament. When you bring it to Parliament, we will discuss and ask you what makes up the 10,000. Why is it 10,000? Why is it not 4,000? Why is it not 5,000? Why is it not 7,000? So you justify it, and Parliament has the power to slash or even increase and say this is what is fixed. Then when Parliament passes that with fees and charges, she can now come and announce that this is the fee and say from this date. But you can't just wake up and say, "Oh my GMI," and say, me fix the price. Why not catch yourself better me fix the price?
We'll come back after the break. It's getting hot in here, but we have loads of questions for you as well. Right here on Star Chat. My name is Bola Ray. Our guest is the MP for Ningo-Prampram, Honorable Sam Nartey George. We'll be back.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed.
The headlines,
the sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said, it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Hello, Linda. You won't believe what I am planning next. I want to start my postgraduate degree, buy a car, and build my dream home. But you know what's stopping me?
What's that, Mike?
Money, oh. That be my biggest wahala.
Oh, you are sorted, Cry. With a GCB Big Move personal loan promo, you can borrow up to a whopping 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours.
Like, seriously? How do I qualify?
Yes, it's available to all GCB salary account holders. Plus, you get a 2-month grace period before you start to pay back.
Susket, I'm opening an account with GCB now.
Get a personal loan of up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours. Call 0800-422-422 or visit your nearest GCB branch today to fund your next big move as we celebrate 70 years of greatness. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Charlie, Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue? Calm down. I'm sure you'll be here soon. Oh, guys. Sorry I'm late. Could you bab me for road? Sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie.
Chairman Pan. Hey, you make Koti Babi sake of you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Hubtel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la, your instant insurance sticker is there.
Oh, really? Make I do am now before I forget. But Edemu, Charlie, see. Edemu, insurance sticker need demo one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow. Charlie, as for this one, today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hubtel.com/app to download your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
Tabia takum, wedi a member ye do no, a me nya hoden, ani hoden ye, a member dro, anu ti na ban me bia hia bi no, a member dro ma ban me bia wedi fie di wotwe ko. Bi opedi do aton bia, enko chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, any herbal shops bia. E wo Ghana hanu be bia. Anase frey, e wo 0243 686861 and 0245 749206.
FDI just I actually
I said, Tabia Takum, maybe I
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said, it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
It's mature, it's relevant, and guarantees you the best music. Starr 103.5 FM. Simply the best.
And indeed, simply the best. You're welcome. Well, did you know that MTN Momo now has an app? Yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. So just download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with a flex and no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go. I call it TT. It's Tabia Takum, male vitality made with pure organic and natural herbs with honey. No alcohol, and we have it in jar and sachets. So it's just for you. Tabia Takum. You can call them on 0243 686861 or 0245 749206. And a big thank you to GCB Bank. Yes, GCB, thank you. Moving on, we say thank you to Hubtail. You know, sometimes buying your car insurance isn't the problem. It is when you forget to renew it, and then you get into trouble with the police or an accident. Instant car insurance is now on Hubtail. Get your instant car insurance sticker anytime. No long things. Just install the Hubtail app. Enter your car number for your instant insurance sticker. You can also set a reminder for your next renewal date. Go to hubtail.com/app to install your Hubtail app. Hubtail is everything you. Welcome back, Sam Nartey George.
Thank you, Bola.
Honorable. And we have loads of messages here. I just want to get into our WhatsApp page and then read out some comments.
Charlie,
just
my
for
mommy,
you.
My mommy just sent me a message.
What is mom saying?
Says, your daddy and I are listening, and we now understand the reason why certain things went the way. Bad boy.
Bad boy, mommy. Good evening to you. All right. So this one says he's a great guy. Bola, ask him, is he nursing presidential ambitions, or does he one day want to become the president of Ghana? So that's from Aquile to you. And this one says, I just want you to kindly tell him that he should continue the good works he's doing and God will richly bless him. Well, thank you, Lai. Donish Diane says, God bless him. Only F people will not understand him. I don't want to just say that. And Murphy Isaac says, I would like to ask the Honorable MP that how is he able to build such confidence to command his audience into buying his impeccable ideology? John Favored says his ability to communicate his message effectively. Wow, that is so touching. And is it natural? Okay, or he nurtured it. Patrick, I want to ask him, people are saying that he's half Nigerian. How true is this? Well, he's clarified it here. He said he grew up in Nigeria. So he's a full, he's a Ghanaian, I should say. He should come down in Parliament. I like him. I want even to give him my sister, but I just got to know that he's married. But he should come down in Parliament. He's a fine gentleman. It doesn't suit him. His rants and his demeanor doesn't match with his personality. Interesting. Sam George, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. So are you nursing any presidential ambition before I move on to my next one on ESLA?
What is that?
Owusu Ekufo. Somebody says, do you one day want to become the president of Ghana?
President of Ghana?
Yes.
My steps are ordered by God. I didn't plan and think I was going to be member of parliament. And so for me, I've left my ways and steps to be ordered by him.
You saying never say never?
My focus right now is on the mandate I have to be the member of parliament for the people of Ningo-Prampram. Whatever God's plans for me are, I'm pencil in the hand of the maker, and he's the creative director. So.
All right. So staying on the communications minister, Esla Owusu Ekufo.
Yeah.
She has asked that the clause in the anti-gay bill, which include the use of sex toys, be removed. Why was that clause added to the bill in the first place, Sam?
There was no clause on sex toys. It looks like the minister has...
No, but you heard him on the floor of parliament and you've seen the video.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's her understanding, and maybe the minister likes
sex
sex toys.
It will worry sex toys. I mean, how it stands now with the bill.
Again, that's her understanding. Maybe the minister likes sex toys. I don't know. But maybe that's why she's fighting for sex toys. But there's no sex toys in the bill.
No, it will not explicitly say it or, say in it that we are banning sex toys.
So what
but
the bill...
he says that the clause will also...
The clause she was talking about is clause... I'm not having the bill here, but if my memory serves me right, it's clause 6.3 of the bill and 6.3c of the bill as it stands now, which talks about interpreting what sexual intercourse is.
Was it explicit?
No, it says that anybody who is having sex with a person of the same sex using an object. Yes. an object or device.
But we all know that sex toys are on the market. Is it illegal?
That is for persons. The bill is focused on, and it is clear in the bill, persons having sex with persons of the same sex.
Who are using?
Yeah. So Bola, if you the madam, they do your thing, that's not our business, you know.
And you want to use a sex toy or an object?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but you said
an object.
An object, yes.
That's
so I mean, the object is not a cutlass.
No, but an object could be lube. Lubricant no be object.
So she is saying that let's look at this clause.
There is no problem with the clause. Absolutely.
You think there's no problem?
Parliament doesn't see that problem. You see, when you people are trying to import all kinds of things into the bill. No, that's not what the bill. When the bill is not talking about that, you can't use your imagination to say that that's what it is talking about.
They're inferring. It's by inference. I mean, they feel that where you are going
if your inference is wrong, it is wrong, because Bola, when the bill is passed and it becomes law, if they say you falling foul of the bill, it is not because somebody thinks or infers wrongly that the person has to take you to court and prove before a judge in a competent court of jurisdiction, meeting the ingredients of the law. So if what the person is inferring, and that's why when I hear people say the bill is just going to affect people and throw people in jail, why? If the bill is passed, then they say, oh, cameraman, I look at your face. No, I think you're falling foul of the bill. Jail him. Is that how Ghana works?
Clearly not.
Absolutely. So there is the burden of proof on prosecution. So it's not as though as soon as you pass the bill, someone looks at you and then just.
But wouldn't this also let people take the power into their own hands and they'll?
How?
Yeah, of course. Now we even know when people say, "Oh, this one is Kojo Bissell, it's gay." We all know how people.
But the same bill says that if you wrongly verbally assault or physically assault a person, you can go to jail for up to 3 years. The same bill.
So you're saying it's a good bill, which must be passed into law.
This bill is the best thing to happen to Ghana since Ben's bread.
Really?
Yes. It protects our family values, protects our children. But let's ask ourselves something. Look, and for those who say, why is Sam George interested in this? I am absolutely not interested in what you do in the privacy of your bedroom. It's not my business.
So then why this? Why there?
It is because these same people have taken what is their private perversion and are bringing it into my children's classroom. Not Legon, Little Angels. I'm mentioning the name of the school.
Not Legon.
Yes, Little Angels.
What happened in that school?
They take somebody who calls herself an influencer and a so-called social media celebrity, takes her to a school to sit with children aged 8 to 11 and tells them that it is okay for them as boys to love boys and girls to love girls.
They did that here
in Ghana, not Legon, Little Angels.
Which celebrity is that?
Call herself Deborah Vanessa, whatever.
Deborah Vanessa?
Medical's ex, no?
Yeah, I mean, that's One Love sister.
Yes.
Let's say that, yes.
Yes, One Love sister. From Junior and Tech. She goes, and what she's doing is grooming.
She told this.
Yes, the video was there, and they posted it on Instagram. Now the school, after the backlash, has taken the video down. Did the school seek the permission of the parents for that kind of education to be given to their children? These are some of the things that are making me and my blood boil. How can I pay fees for my child to go to school? And then you go and bring the perversion of your bedroom. Bola, I don't know what you like. Whether your favorite style is helicopter or wheelbarrow.
Or butterfly.
It is not my business. Okay. It is between you and Sister Dorcas.
That's right.
It stays there. You are not coming to force my son or my daughter that missionary is bad, butterfly is good, or this. That is your private business. Now these people think that their whole life must be defined by what should be a private moment of theirs. When you bring your privacy into public policy, I have an opinion to share.
And that is where people are also taking it on. Because, for instance, I have this from Edith in her show. And Edith says, what is Sam George saying in your studio? Honorable Sam George. Does he believe in equality? If yes, why is he against the LGBTQ rights? Isn't that discrimination?
Equality is a term of act, is a term of law. What are you equating? Do heterosexuals walk around? Do we go to schools to also tell our children to groom our children? I mean, why is it that people think that it is okay for grown adults to bring their sexual life into the classrooms of our children, into the storybooks of our children, into the cartoons that our children watch. And you think that is equality? What part of that is equality?
You said it's discrimination.
No, we are discriminating positively against the mental perversion of a group of people. We do girl child education. That is positive discrimination. Our laws allow it. So if I'm going to take a step that is going to protect Ghanaian family values and stop you from affecting, and look, when you take the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, it is clearly stated there that the education of a child is the sole preserve of the parent or legal guardian of that child. So I have given birth to my children. And I want my children to be brought up in a way that pleases me. When my child turns 18, legally by law, he can choose to make his own decisions. She can choose to make her own decisions. But you cannot tell me that the storybook, Bola, if I show you some of the storybooks,
you have
yes, evidence. for kids, you will cringe. Right now, when I travel or I go to a bookstore and I have to buy a storybook for my kids, I have to take my time and read every page.
Wow.
I mean, why do you do this? Why are they taking away the innocence of our children?
Edith following up says that is homosexuality a mental disorder? Ask Sam George.
Absolutely, it is.
It is?
Yes. Homosexuality was classified by the U.S. Journal on Medical Sciences, the DSM, the Diagnostic and Scientific Manual, as a mental disease until 1974.
Until 1974?
Yes. Oh, but relax.
Yeah.
In 1974, the decision to delist homosexuality as a mental illness along with schizophrenia was not a scientific decision. It was a decision taken after they did 2 surveys. The first survey was a survey of 6,000 people, where 53% said they thought that homosexuality should not be listed as a mental illness. 53%, so not conclusive. The second survey was of 10,000 people, where 61% thought that it should be delisted. Now, a mental condition should not be delisted as a mental condition because of an opinion survey. It should be on the back of science, empirical science, because it was listed in the first case by science.
Yeah, but the people
so
out
in
there
delisting it was by 2 surveys, not by science. So when I say yes, it's a mental condition, yes, the Americans only delisted it based on an opinion survey, not on medical grounds.
So you still stand by it and you feel that it is?
Wow.
All right.
Bola, wait. I came to your studio. You gave me water.
Right.
Why did you give me water? Because you also drink water.
Yeah.
Now, how do you drink water? How do you drink water? Through your mouth?
Yes.
Imagine me coming to this studio and saying that I drink water through my ears. And so because I drink water through my ears, everybody in this studio must drink water through their ears. If you don't drink water through your ears because I have a condition that makes me drink water through my ears, then you are discriminating. Then we are not equal.
But they're also saying that it's not just that part. The other part to bring them enjoyment.
Part? Whatever. Bola.
Yes.
When I entered the studio, this is the entry. That's the exit as well. This is not the exit.
Yeah, that's the window.
It's a window.
Yeah.
Imagine me saying that I want to walk out through the window.
But when there's fire, you want to break the glass and jump.
Hey, Master, is there fire? God created the thing. And if you look at the anatomy of the body, the vagina, and forgive me, but the female organ is if you look at the way it is, it's just the same way this bottle, the cork covers. There's a thread.
Right.
So the threading allows it to go around, and that's the time you said the cover has cross thread, aquatic thread, because not thread. The anus is built to expel. That be how you take out excreta through that place. The vagina is built to receive. So when you reverse it, it causes thread.
What he's saying is
and that is why when it causes thread, they now have to start wearing pampers. Look at what we are crying about. Even female sanitary pad, we are asking them to take taxes off. Now you want us to all start importing adult pampers wholesale too.
Wow.
Go to Kolebu and ask Kolebu doctors what they are seeing in terms of anal tears and genital warts.
So
all because of this and HIV/AIDS.
You complained last week of moves by some people to frustrate the bill.
Yeah.
Are you happy now that the bill is proceeding at the consideration stage?
You see, people say, "Yeah, Nyabutre, Sam George, slow down."
Yeah.
At times, see, if I did not tear chain small last week, the movement we have seen,
it wouldn't have happened. Oh, but I thought it was a normal process, and you trust the process. You had to
see. It was when I did the press conference and got angry and said I would begin to name names. The next day, then everybody calls me and say, "Oh, Charlie, slow down." And
you were going to name names.
Oh, why not?
That there are people who are what?
The people who were acting as cogs in the wheel,
really,
of us moving in Parliament. Yes.
And you were going to do that.
Why not?
We have seen the president reject signing of the Criminal Offences Amendment Bill 2023 and also the Wildlife Resources Management Bill 2023. Are you sure the president will sign off the anti-gay bill?
Let's reach there and let's see what the president will do. Some people say that the president is laying precedent so that he can reject the anti-LGBT. I mean, I don't want to believe it. Let's get there and let's see.
In your engagement in going through this, what are you picking
yesterday, was it your station? One of the stations called me that Amnesty International has passed some comment that the bill should be rejected.
Yes.
See, Amnesty International, they're a bunch of hypocrites.
Oh wow, this international body, look, Amnesty International,
the country rep or whatever, she's just trying to earn a salary.
No, that is not fair. She believes
Christmas is coming. She needs to earn her Christmas bonus and salary.
That's an international body of repute. And
where is Amnesty International when the president has refused to assent to the witchcraft bill? The witchcraft bill takes away the human rights of mothers and grandmothers in some parts of our country. When the president refused to assent to it, it's been almost 2 weeks. Have you heard Amnesty International talk about it? Have they said thing about it? So if Amnesty International is really interested in human rights, why have they not called out the president for refusing to assent to the witchcraft bill?
But they're saying that this bill is bad business because it will set aside in court if Parliament,
Why Amnesty International now runs our court, or they intend to bribe the judges? What are they going to take? Kotomri or goat? I mean, when they say, how can they determine what the judges will do? I mean, I think that if they have really said that the judiciary must come out and condemn Amnesty International, because if Amnesty International is saying that the judiciary will set it aside, then it means that the Amnesty International is telling us that the judiciary has given them some kind of indication, and that in itself will be a travesty of our judicial system. So I call on the Chief Justice and the Judicial Secretary, Service Secretary, to come out and distance themselves and call Amnesty International to order.
So what about the Catholic Church? They signed and backed this bill. So are you surprised by the U-turn on the matter?
Oh no,
you're not.
Absolutely not. I mean, it's to be expected
from the Catholic Church.
Oh, you see,
why?
See, and listen, it's not. You see, the Catholic Bishops' Conference, the then president, Archbishop Name, walked with me to Parliament to present this bill to the Speaker. Now they have a new president,
right?
And he says that what the thing is upside down.
Exactly.
And then we've heard Cardinal Texan. Charlie, look, everybody has interest though. Cardinal Texan, I have a lot of respect for him, but let me just burst the bubble for him. They won't make him Pope, so he should stop the things he's doing.
Really? But that is hitting.
Oh, please. He's the head of the School of Divinity. That's where they will let him get. He should
become that black, or you
Chief, or do you know the Catholic Church?
Yeah. Are you by this insinuating or just saying?
I'm saying that if the Catholic Church will make a black man the first Pope, they'll go to Nigeria. They'll look at the numbers. The number of Catholics in Nigeria.
That's not fair. I think it's based on merit. It's based on
no. Listen, go and read about the Catholic Church. Go and read about how popes have been chosen. How popes were always European, and when they decided to step out of Europe,
to South America.
They went to South America. Do you know the numbers in South America? Okay, it's about numbers, and I'm saying to you that the Catholic Church may very well give us the first black pope, but if they will.
It will not be.
It won't be Ghana. There are senior cardinals from Nigeria. The number of Catholics in Nigeria is more than 33 million people. It's more than the whole Ghana. You understand me? So, being the dean of the School of Divinity, he's attained a stellar position. He shouldn't come and get himself mad by some of these things and say that. I mean, if you listen to him, he contradicted himself. Okay, that what they do is wrong, but we must not criminalize it. Why? Is it the position of the church to deal with legislation and criminalization? That's the position of the state. The church body and even the GPCC, the Pentecostal and Charismatic Council in Ghana, has stated that they are not against the individuals, and nobody is against the individual. They are against the action. God came for sinners. So you go to church and do your confession. But the fact that an armed robber goes to do confession, doesn't mean that he has not fallen foul of the law. The fact that someone who is engaged in any illegal activity, the fact that you steal government money and go and pay tithes on the government money, does not mean that when the OSP comes after you, the church should say that because you pay tithes, they shouldn't prosecute you.
Honorable Sam George, what personal cost has advocating for the anti-gay bill come at? Plenty. Like what? Share with us 3.
Okay, first and foremost, I've stated the challenges I've had. For example, I was invited to Kenya by the Africa Lawyers Forum, Lawyers Hub, to speak on digital tech and after. Pure tech stuff platform. I go and do my speech, finish. When I finish my delivery, no LGBTQ was discussed there. Then Amnesty International Kenya issues a statement criticizing the Lawyers Hub.
They did that?
Yes. For bringing me to come and speak, that they call something cancel culture. Well, let me bust your bubble. You can't cancel Sam George. I'm too big to be cancelled by the grace of God. The grace upon me can't be cancelled. So no matter what they do, you can't cancel me.
Starr 103.5
When they said they were cancelling me, I ended up at the UN headquarters.
Starr 103.5
right in the heart of the beast.
FM.
Wow. You get it. So I mean, you have, for example, I was invited to speak in Costa Rica at a digital rights conference. Then the next thing, they say they get petitions from across the world against me coming to speak. So then they write me and say, don't even respond to this email. We don't want to have anything to do with you again.
So you didn't go for that?
Oh, no, I didn't go. Then they should take their conference.
But you had travel bans, inclusive. I mean, we've seen you in the USA and Europe recently.
Yes.
So the bans have been lifted.
Oh no, they've not banned me.
Okay.
What they tried to do was to go after a few people. For example, the Dutch embassy refused one of the sponsors, Honorable Suhini, Alassane Suhini. They refused him a visa. And they refused him a visa for an official visit on a very flimsy basis. They said Honorable Alassane Suhini lacked social ties. How can a member of parliament lack social ties? So I tweeted at the embassy and said that it is a travesty and that they are doing selective and will come after them in the country. Then the ambassador puts out a tweet saying that it was an administrative error. Now for me, that is even a bigger indictment. So how many Ghanaians are refused visas on the basis of administrative errors?
Have you ever been refused a visa?
They didn't refuse me, they delayed it.
Oh, they delayed your visa?
Parliament sent 6 applications, including mine.
To which embassy?
5 were out, 5 were given. Mine took an additional 3 months before it came.
3 months?
Yes.
Which embassy is this?
The US.
The US embassy?
Oh, yes. And let me send shout outs to Madam Virginia Palmer.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sending shout outs to her. She's the US ambassador.
US ambassador to Ghana.
Yeah. I know she's listening. I'm sending her shout outs.
You think it was deliberate? It was because of your activities or what? Maybe it was just administrative.
They said administrative. Yes, so that's why I said they didn't refuse me. I didn't say they refused me. But 6 went from Parliament.
You found it
5
awkward?
were processed. The only one that was caught up in administrative bottleneck was me. 3 months later, they gave it to me. And that's what I used to go to New York.
How are you received in New York? Before we go for the break.
Very well. Yeah. Very well. I mean, it was a good time. Look, Bola, in the US, the forces fighting against this LGBTQ are huge and massive. The matter is not a settled matter in the US. It is absolutely not settled. Even in the US, there are Republican presidential candidates who are campaigning against LGBTQ. Presidential candidates in the US. There are states that have laws against it. The US Department of Defense cancelled transgender parades on US Air Force bases and all US military bases this year. They cancelled all transgender parades. The US Department of Defense. So what are they talking about? And Bola, you see, let me just land here. You see, it is the hypocrisy of is a bit of the hypocrisy. You understand me? Because look, the UK has passed legislation on asylum seekers, which the UK Supreme Court has ruled on that it is an infringement of the rights of asylum seekers. Yet the UK Prime Minister decided to go back to Parliament, and Parliament voted for him to still implement it despite the court ruling. The US is talking about the things they're talking about. Bola, just this year, gun violence in the US. If we want to talk about human rights, don't school children have human rights? School children in the US.
We'll go on that, but staying on that, and maybe I'll come back to you. But let's talk about the budget as well, the 2024 budget. You seem to be the +1 -1 MP in the votes, because at the point you went there, then you came in. What really happened, Sam George?
Oh, that one, it was Osaiche Mensambos whose lenses were not working well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I told him the next day that I am making an application for the Parliamentary Service Board to change his lenses, because I was sitting in the chamber there. Then
so you were there?
I was there. Then they went and told him that Sam George is not around. So he stood up and said Sam George is not there. Yet when he was running away from Parliament with his people, when they were running from their own budget, I was looking at his ethical.
You say that the MPs must earn their salary on the budget.
Yes.
Is it your position that the majority MPs have not been earning their keep?
Oh, you
yeah,
it's okay.
No. What is on your mind, Sam?
No, you see, when you have MPs who have their own party's budget, their party's in government, and has brought a budget, and they run away from their own budget, Bola, shouldn't give us a cause for concern? We should begin to ask ourselves that if the people are running away from their own budget, why then are we killing ourselves over the budget? And Bola, the report I was looking for this year alone in the US, 600 mass shootings, 600, and 1,571 children have been killed in 2023 in the US alone. 1,571 children. How many children have been killed in Russia, Ukraine? That's a war. How many children have been killed in the Israel-Palestine war? That's a war. 1,571 children have been killed by gun violence this year alone
in the USA.
Over 600 mass shootings. Why? Americans, they don't need human rights. And I've told Virginia Palmer that I'm willing to help US congressmen craft a bill on gun control.
You want to do that? You want to
help them craft a bill on gun control. They need it. The life of American children matters. The same way they think that the lives of homosexuals matters here. It matters there. And the last thing I want to tell them, imagine me going to New York and then I didn't have a visa, but I showed up at Kotoka and then I said, fly me to New York. What would they say? Sam George, you can't go. And even if they call Virginia Palmer, she will say no.
No, because you don't have entry clearance, so clearly.
What if I'm transnational? I identify as an American.
Sam George, we'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll talk
about it. It's the same thing. If a man can wake up, Bola, a man with big chest, broad voice, can wake up and say he identifies as a woman, and you say we should accept it. I am transnational. I identify as American. I should be able to go to America without a visa.
We'll come back. Time check, 30 minutes after 8. You're right here on Starr FM.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Hello, Linda. You won't believe what I am planning next. I want to start my postgraduate degree, buy a car, and build my dream home. But you know what's stopping me?
What's that, Mike?
Money, that be my biggest wahala.
Oh, you are sorted, Cry. With a GCB Big Move personal loan promo, you can borrow up to a whopping 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours.
Like, seriously? How do I qualify?
Yes, it's available to all GCB salary account holders. Plus, you get a 2-month grace period before you start to pay back.
Suskets, I'm opening an account with GCB now.
Get a personal loan of up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours. Call 0800-422-422 or visit your nearest GCB branch today to fund your next big move as we celebrate 70 years of greatness. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue? Calm down. I'm sure he'll be here soon.
Oh, guys. Sorry I'm late. Koti bab me for road. Sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie.
Chairman Pan. Hey, you make Koti Bab you say you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Hubtel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la, your instant insurance sticker is there.
Oh, really? Make I do am now before I forget. But Edemu, Charlie, see, Edemu, insurance can Edemu one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow. Charlie, as for this one, today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hubtel.com/app to download your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
Tabia takum, wedi a member ye drone no, a me nya hoden, ani hoden ye, a member dro, anunti na ban me bia hia bi no, a member dro ma ban me bia wedi fie di wo tweko. Bi opedi du etuaton bia, enko chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, any herbal shops bia. E wo Ghana hanum be bia. Anase frey, e wo 0243 686861 and 0245 749206.
FD ajisa ejodi katu ya tu.
Kaise tabia takum ye, meme bia ye takum.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
It's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Starr 103.5 FM. Simply the best.
Simply the best, and you're welcome back. So the former French ambassador sent, a message to you, Sam Joy. Says, that's my good friend in the studio. Ask him if he was to be up. Yes. You want to say?
Yeah, she's my cousin. Hi. Echi and Sophie. I hope we'll see you this Christmas.
That's right. It says, if he was to be appointed as an ambassador, which country would he like to be sent to? So that's from Aunt Sophie to you.
First choice, Russia.
Russia? You want to go to Russia?
Then second choice, America. I'd like to be Ghana's ambassador
to the USA.
So that I can go and also advocate for America to legalize and recognize polygamy.
You want to do that?
People are being jailed in America for polygamy.
Polygamy, yeah.
Why? Polygamists, they don't have human rights. They have animal rights. Don't they also have human rights? The US is jailing people for polygamy. And when you talk, you see, a friend of mine in London sent me a video. He went to a transgender parade and was filming them. Then they say, oh, stop filming us. They say, oh, why is this not a transgender parade? You people are transgendering. I identify as a camera. So he identifies as a camera. You should be allowed to record them.
So, right. As we wrap it all up and all of that, we're getting there. But there's talk of a third force or a new force to break the MPP NDC duopoly. I mean, should this be encouraged to deepen the competitive edge of our democracy?
The third force people are growing in Meniso. You are talking of a third force in Ghana. You want to be the third force in Ghana. And the face of your movement is a Belgian who used forged documents to come to Ghana. Are you serious? It means from the get-go, the whole third force movement is a fraud. It's a publicity stunt. Throw it away. If we will get a proper third force, that's a proper conversation we should have, but not this publicity stunt.
So you don't believe in with the billboards and all that? They're being serious.
Somebody has money that maybe the GRA needs to be investigating. Who is doing that?
Oh, you want them to?
Yes, the GRA should investigate that person. The person who is putting up those billboards. How did he pay for it? If he shows that he paid for it or she paid for it, the GRA should see what their tax filings have been for the year.
But he means well. I mean, this is a.
We all mean well.
For our political,
but you see, people should not ride on the desperation of the young people of our country.
No, but do you have a problem because he's putting up billboards?
I don't have a problem.
Look at what.
Who is this? They say they love him. Who is this? Who? The third force. It is who?
Well, but of course, people are clamoring on social media. Say, "Oh, we want a third force."
We want a third force that's credible. But if the third force is starting off with using the face of the third force, the spokesperson of the third force came into this country with fake papers.
You think they got it all wrong using a Belgian?
I mean, is that how can the face of the third force in Ghana, a movement that should represent the Ghanaian youth, be a foreigner? Why? Bola, are you saying that all the millions of Ghanaian youth in this country, none is eloquent enough to have been the PR person? That person doesn't believe in Ghanaians. Whoever he or she is doesn't believe in the efficacy and ability of the Ghanaian youth. And anybody who doesn't trust the Ghanaian youth should be seen as a comedian and as a joker, not a comedian, a joker. Wow. Comedians are serious people.
And there's an issue I want you to also, for us to talk about. I remember in the heat of the NDC primaries and all of that, you came at our founder, Dr. Kwabena Dufour. Yes, I'm George. And I think that you have to, come clean on that. I think that some of the words that you use, and if you were talking about salaries and all of that, I think that you can ask the people here at Starr FM, if you're not being paid.
Right there, you pay.
No.
You pay.
So to Dr. Kwabena Dufour, what do you want to say?
But I met Doc when he came to my church, Parish Chapel, for the funeral of the former deputy governor, Millicent Nah, who was a member of our church. He was deputy governor when Doc was minister
for finance.
You understand me? And so, and I walked up to him and said, I walked up to him and greeted him. In fact, Doc, I owe him fish.
Wow.
Yes.
So what do you want to say? Because you said and he was on our platform on GH1 TV. So today you have the opportunity. What do you want to say to Dr.
Doctor, when they interviewed, he said he didn't know me. That one too. I can't say some guy I don't know, but that one I did before, man.
The heat of the moment.
But Doc is my old boy. Okay. And you see, let me just say a big thank you to him, because we've seen pictures of his hospitality when our flag bearer, President Mahama, went to visit him at home. And one thing he did, which for me stood out, was the fact that he reciprocated and went back. President Mahama has visited a number of people. None of them has reciprocated that way. And so it should say, Doc, he's grounded in our culture and customs. And I'm excited that the Doc is not like the butterfly, who as soon as they pinch him small, no what teaching. An elephant that has become a butterfly. I don't know whether it's an elephly, or a butterfant. But Doc.
That's Dr. Kwabena Dufour.
Yeah. I mean, he's pledged his support to President Mahama, a united force.
You think the NDC is winning 2024?
But if you don't vote for NDC, then you have witchcraft.
Oh, wow.
But what Bawumia has put us through, what Nanado has put us through, yet Tesekaso, Nansu come the yang. We didn't know we're coming to bring an elephant to sit on the money. So now we can't move the money. The money first, Nancy can cry to me, homie. Says, the elephants, and to me, homie.
But President Mahama was voted out in 2016. What has
changed?
Back
of a lot of lies.
No, so what has changed for people to vote for Mahama and have him back?
Because people have now, Yasua Insio, Yasua.
But they've rejected him twice, 2016, 2020. You want
Bola?
Yes.
Bola.
Why do you want them to vote for President Mahama? Tell us.
Because President Mahama has the benefit of hindsight. This is a man who's had 8 years to sit back and look at his 4 years in governance, understand where things went wrong, and has a better perspective, who can hit the ground running. He's a man who would not have a second chance at running for a second term in office. So he has no political baggage on him to think of his next election.
Number two.
This is a man who is thinking about the young people of Ghana and has pledged a 24-hour economy. Bola, this 24-hour economy is something for the young people of our country. This is a man who is going to place the young people of this country at the heart of his next government. This is a man who is incorruptible. Forget the lies and the spins. If Mahama was corrupt with what has happened in our judiciary and the packing of our courts, you think that Mahama would not have been prosecuted once? In 7 years, show me
so
anyone.
In 2024, you firmly believe that Mahama or President Mahama is coming back? Former President Mahama.
It's either Mahama or Mahama.
Who has been your best performing minister of the Akufo-Addo administration? And be sincere.
Akufo-Addo.
Yes. Who has been your best performing minister?
In the land of the blind, a one-eyed man.
Who?
I'm trying to look for the one-eyed minister. I'm thinking.
Best performing minister. I mean, out of the... Clearly, you cannot sit here and tell us that you don't have any.
I'm trying to think.
Who would that be? I'm
trying to see where the bright spot is.
So who would that be? At least you should have and said, this ministry, at least, So who would that person be? And from which ministry?
Well, I'm trying to think because communication, information, defense, interior, defense, the soldiers, the defense minister is leading the soldiers to beat the young people of our country. Interior, you don't know what is happening there. I'm trying to think. Railway, Mahamad's railway, the car that he had almost completed, they've not finished it. Which other ministry? As for finance, they don't even go there. Imagine Dr. Do first time and see what Ken Ofori-Atta quoting Bible scriptures instead of quoting economic figures. He quotes Bible scriptures and look at what he's
done. So no minister for you.
I'm still thinking tourism. Look at year of return, fantastic initiative. They've wasted it. We've not gotten the real benefits of year of return. Nigerians came to do the concerts here, take the money. They did the concerts, brought their own people, made the money from here, and have gone.
So no minister for you.
Still thinking which other ministry?
Really?
Mention which one? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. You see, I'm looking for.
There's local government. There's
local government.
Yes.
Which one? Sanitation. The one that put $1 million on
there's
her
local
bed.
Government. There's so
sanitation. No, local government. Local government.
Damboche. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Will he be your best? Yeah.
Lance, my brother Abu Jinapo. No.
I mean that's a very, no. I mean you cannot make a statement with evidence. So
where ask Prince AKJ?
No, please. So
Accra Lance. We brought him to Parliament to answer a question on it too.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that is a fact. You want to know the truth. So that is not also to say it's cast in stone. So which other minister?
So far, Damboche na ya pegging over her on train. Gender. Gender. The minister was away for 1.5 years. She was speaking to us from America.
So your most disappointing minister before we come to the mystery question will be who?
That one there plenty, but
so
top of the list.
Yes,
Ken Ofori-Atta. Look, that guy.
Please, he can be your dad. I mean, it's senior.
But
so take it easy.
No, look, my blood is boil. Bola,
take it easy.
Because Bola, do you know what Ken Ofori-Atta has done? My parents are elderly. My parents are pensioners.
You are in white. Take it easy.
Yes, my white is not Ken's type. Please. My white is not Ken Ofori-Atta's type of white. My parents are pensioners.
White.
No. I beg you. Please, I beg you. This one is different. Ken, you see, the Bible says that some appear in clothes like sheep's, but they are wolves in sheep's clothing. That's Ken.
Please.
But listen, Ken, do you know what that guy has done? Do you know what the minister has done?
No. You can go and say that in Parliament.
Bola, do you know what the minister has done? No. The minister took pensioners.
Listen.
Bola, people work for 30 years, 40 years. They are saving. The man gave them haircut. He didn't cut their hair. He cut off their head.
It's not
the money is gone. Have you seen Chief Justice? Which country? Wait.
Yeah.
Which country have you seen a former Chief Justice going to picket?
I interviewed her on the show. She came here. She was here. Justice.
And did she appear pleased by Ken Ofori-Atta?
Even 2 days ago, we had a chat. And
Ken and his Siamese twin Baumia messed up the whole economy. Look, I will have questions to ask God if I see them in heaven.
Oh, you ask God?
Serious questions. If Ken Ofori-Atta and Baumia make it to heaven, then that one, God will have to review the banking scheme.
Time for the mystery question. There we go. And just pick it up.
I like the small one. What's that lie told about you that you still haven't been able to fix? That some judge is arrogant.
Yeah. Are you not?
Oh, Babola. You know me, man. I'm an arrogant person. Me, I be feeling brother. It just be say,
so you're not?
I'm not arrogant. Okay. I'm confident in my shoes. I know what I'm about, and I'll tell you my peace of mind. I don't sell toffees, so I can't sugarcoat it for you.
All right. Quickly, as we wrap it all up, your top 5, Ghanaian artists will be what? Number 1 will be who?
Joe
Mettle, number 1. Number 2?
Perez Music.
Wow. Number 3?
Dinah Hamilton.
I
didn't say Dinah Samuel.
Yeah,
Dinah Hamilton.
Okay.
Yes.
Number? Stonebwoy is number 4 for you. Number 5 will be Sack. Sam George, thank you. It's been a wonderful evening having you right here on Starr 103.5 FM. And before you go, any song you want us to play for you, my DJ is standing by.
Shall I play me Tough Seed?
Tough Seed by Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
A rude boy I'll be, Tough Seed,
They think say they bury me. They don't know how they germinate, man.
Yeah, you know. Stone boy, one God again.
Thank you to all of you for doing the listening. My name is Kwabena Anochia, this is also known as Bola Ray. And to the team, Francis Aban. We'll send a big thank you to Erica Arthur. To Spikey, thank you. To Dami Enoch Adams. I love my team. Jerry, thank you very much. Ebenezer Mensa, Daniel, Opuni Buatin, Frank Banini, thank you. DJ Castro. He's the one on the set today. Sly Sylvester, thank you. To Ernest, head of IT. To Francis Amuzu, we say thank you. To Noah, Emmanuel Donko, Jonah, multi-talented Ifia Santua, and Charles, thank you very much. Honorable Sam George, thank you very much.